Hey guys, Mr. Ballistic here, and today I am going to bring you a tutorial on Among Us. And today we'll be focusing on Skeld as our first map, and I'm going to be running through a few basics on what you need to know and before you actually get in onto an online game, so you can learn a little bit of the basics before jumping in. Alright guys, so let's just get straight into it. The first thing is knowing your rooms and knowing your locations. It's very important, as whenever you're discussing your way out of a murder scene, or if you might have committed the murder, and doing that is just to know your locations and your routing. Now we're going to get a little bit into the imposter side a bit later, and we're just going to be first focusing on the rooms, the tasks, and just getting familiar with it. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit. So I've already set up everything in game. It is it's just a free roam, just to show you guys. Alright, so the first thing is every single room you're in is actually marked at the bottom middle of your screen, and that is going to actually give you the location of your room. So as you move out into a different room, as you can see, there we have it. So the rooms will change, and wherever you are, there you go, storage. Now if you're playing on a phone, you're going to see on the top right hand corner, you're going to have the map, and that's going to give you your locations. You can click on that and you can see your location and even see your tasks and where they are. If you're playing on PC and you've got a keyboard and mouse such as myself, all you're going to do is you're going to press tab. It's just a quick key to get to your map. And there you have it, guys. Now all the little yellow exclamations are your tasks that need to be done on the map. So if you're not exactly sure, you can actually see your direct location in that particular room, and you can then see where your tasks are. So at the moment I'm in cafeteria, and my tasks are in the top of cafeteria on the top right hand corner. So we're going to quickly jump straight over there and actually get into one of our tasks. Now whenever you have a task, the task itself will always be highlighted, so you'll actually see what you need to go to. Now a quick key would be spacebar if you'd like, or you can just click on the item. I feel spacebar is a little bit quicker, especially if you're on keyboard. If you're on phone, you've got the use icon in the bottom right hand corner as well. And there we go. So let's just jump straight into it. Now for those that have actually played Among Us for a while, this tutorial is definitely not for you. This is for those that are very new and have no clue what's going on. I really hope it helps. And here we go. So this is our first task in cafeteria. This is leaves, as everybody calls it. And all you're going to do is literally just click and hold down the trigger until the sound finishes, and it'll empty. And now we can see we have another task, and also on your left hand side you're going to see all your tasks that you need to be doing. In game this might not always show up, as there's an option to actually disable this, so you will not always have it, so don't expect to see it. And this is why relying on your map and your location is also very important. So let's quickly do this task. Now this is a download task, and just as a hint, if you are a imposter and you do want to fake this task, make sure that you at least stand in the position for about 10 seconds, as the whole entirety of the task usually takes about 10 seconds. Because a lot of people will add on and put together very quickly whether you're faking tasks or not. Alright, now once I've actually done the download of cafeteria, now there's an arrow and there's a secondary arrow, because every task, not every task, but some of the tasks have actually got a two-way system. So you're going to do one and you have to go back and actually do the other one. So the download, once I've downloaded the file in admin, now that I've walked down and the arrows actually popped up showing where that other half is, I can upload the file that I've downloaded. There we go. And once again, the upload, the download, it's all about 10 seconds, especially if you're going to be imposter and faking tasks. Try to get those at least a little bit realistic. And here we go. So on the wall here I have a little shiny icon, so that's another task. But if I open up my map, I'm standing over here in storage, and you can see there's a little icon on the wall, so that's another task. And this is wires. Now wires are very simple, straightforward. You're going to match the wires on the left hand side with the wires on the right hand side. So let's quickly go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to stick them on their rightful places. There we go. Task is complete. And I've got some more wires in storage, as I've seen that just pop up now. Quickly match the wires, and there you have it. Alright, now we're going to quickly go to lower storage. Finish off the leaves. And there we go. And as you can see, the chute. Now visual tasks is also an option. Visual tasks meaning that whoever's hosting the game can actually switch off all the tasks that you can actually see on the left hand side of the screen, and visual tasks will be that you can actually physically see a task being done. You can switch that off so people can't figure out whether you're doing fake tasks or not. It makes it a little bit nicer for everybody, also a little bit easier for the imposter to fake tasks. Alright, so what I've done now, I've done the fuel tank, and once you've done the fuel tank, you need to do engine room. You need to go fill the engines with fuel. Now, just a tip and a hint, if you don't know where you are, once again, just pop open the map and you can actually see your location. Now, just a little hint and a trick, if you are an imposter and you do the fuel tank as a fake task, try to at least follow through somewhat. And if anybody asks, which engine did you fill first? Always answer with, I did the top engine first, as it's the only engine that can be done first when it comes to refueling. Alright, there we go. And complete. And here we go. That's another task in the engine bay. You got lower and upper engine. And this task over here is the engine alignment. So if you click on this one, all you need to do is just drag the arrow down and align the engine. Once you've done that, it's going to be the same on the other engine. Let's just pop over here and do the same thing. Alright, there you go. So the engines have been aligned. So we've done some more tasks. And now we've got reactor. Let's just pop into the reactor quickly. Alright, so the task in front of me over here is, a lot of people call it Simon Says. And then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 task. Alright. I hate Simon Says personally. And the 1, 2, 3, 4 is exactly that. Just have to do the numbers in sequence, and once you've completed everything, the task is finished. Alright, so that's the engine bay. Now I've got Simon Says, just to show you guys as well. You've got to basically just copy exactly what the screen on the left hand side is telling you to do. So it said I've got to press this block. Alright, I've got to do it again. Alright, so try not to lose sequence, otherwise you need to start over. And there you have it. Simon Says is complete. Alright. And now that I've opened up my map, now it's alright now at the moment because we don't have any imposters chasing us. And there will be a lot of other crew members doing a lot of other tasks. So just a small tip, when you walk into a room and you see a player, you can always just try to keep in mind which color was there at least. So if you walk away and not long after a body is reported or the button is pulled and everybody's starting to ask questions, it's going to be very easy for you to say, oh yes, I was in reactor, I came out, I did see green in I think it's cams in security. And so at the moment it's called security. A lot of people just call it cams for short. And you can always say, alright, I saw green in cams, I came out of reactor and I went upper engine through med bay area. And that'll be your routing. And if green would say, oh no, but wait, I wasn't there, but there's a murder there, it's going to be very easy to start putting together, wait, green is obviously lying, 10 to 1 green is the imposter. So it's just something small to take into account, I guess. Just try to memorize plus minus where people are. People do move around a lot, so it's not going to be consistent. But at least for your current location where you are, try to remember what's going on. Because as soon as there's a direct murder, you can at least place yourself at the scene and maybe somebody else and get some clarity on things. Alright. Okay guys, so once again we're in cafeteria. Now I've already shown you wires. All you need to do is just match them up. So nice and easy. And of course, if somebody says perfect wires just means that every single color is exactly opposite on the other side. In other words, all the colors are perfectly lined up, which is pretty cool. I mean, it makes no difference in time, honestly, but they just call it perfect wires. There we go. Alright, so storage, like I said, whenever you do the fuel, the upper engines first, don't forget that, and then you're going to do the bottom engine. So now I'm going to get some fuel, click the button, fill the tank, and I'm going to head over to the bottom engine. Alright, now security, we're going to get down to the lights now. Let's quickly just pull the lower engine up. There we go. Now on the left hand side you can actually see all the tasks that are highlighted green are the tasks that are fully complete. These are not always visible, like I've actually said once before. And if you can't see your tasks, they might be hidden according to the person actually hosting the game. You will still see your tasks when using the map. Once again, tab, and just tab again to close the map. And spacebar is just to do your task. Alright guys. And here we have shields. Shields is really, honestly, it's one of my, I think it's the easiest task. All you do is click on shields. You just click on all the little red buttons or the red icons. And done. That's it. Alright, now we're going to go to navigation. Now this is navigation, this is the alignment if I'm correct. So let me just have a look here. Navigation, chart a course. And I don't actually see where it's, there you go, stabilize steering. Alright, so there we go. That's our course. And chart the course, there we go. So that's really simple. The other one, you just drag the little spaceship across, get it to where it needs to be. It's a really simple task, it's very easy. And this is leaves, and it's in O2. As you can see, where even if you're doing a task, the room will always be at the bottom of your screen. So at least you're going to know where you are. And just a tip, don't be shy to be vocal. If you're too quiet, people might overlook you, and you're not going to get actually any time to speak or defend yourself. So just try to make sure you get your points across. Yeah, that's basically it. That's all I can say. Now this is asteroids. This is in weapons. And there we go. So we're in weapons. Just quickly check my map. And all you're going to do, just select the task. And over here you're going to see at the bottom it's going to say destroyed. Now whenever you click on an asteroid, it's going to blow up. And what you need to do is you need to break down 20 asteroids. Now the good thing is, even if you manage to do 5 and something comes up and a body was reported, it cancels your task. The good thing is you can always come back and finish the task from where you left off. The downloading and the uploading, however, unfortunately, big unfortunate, you need to start that over. But for asteroids, it actually remembers your number. So we're going to quickly finish these things off. There we go. There you go. 20 asteroids, just like I said. Okay. Now the asteroids have been sorted out. Now we can see we've got a task in admin. I'm going to quickly pop into admin and see what is going on. Okay, so here we go. This is card swipe. Everybody's favorite. You don't want to do it too quickly, and you do not want to do it too slowly. It's sort of got to be exactly in the middle. Otherwise you end up with red. And if it's too slow, it's red. So you got to get that medium speed. As you can see, it takes a few times, but there you go. And that is card swipe. Alright guys, now we've done the card swipe. As you can see, now we've still got electrical, we've got med bay, and we got storage. Oh. Let's quickly go to storage. Alright, that's done. Now our tasks have cleared up, but after a certain amount of time it does go away. We've done most of them. Now this is diverting power in electrical. All you're going to do is come up to the panel, and the little red icon that's actually highlighted, all you need to do is pull it up. That's all you need to do. Once you've done that, the diverted power, you're going to have to move to a different location and complete the diverted power. So let's quickly do the electric box. This one everybody hates, because by the time you get to the third one, if you stuff it up, well, you need to start them all over. Alright, so as soon as this shoots yellow, that's when you have to click this button over here. So let's go ahead. And now the other one, blue. And now the light blue. But I'm going to do it wrong on purpose, just to show you. Everything resets. Now we've got to do it again. Okay. And there you go. Task complete. And again, divert power. I've added a whole bunch of tasks in. just to actually show everything on the map and every single task. Now divert power can be diverted from any location and anywhere. It's completely random. And let's just pop up over here and do the diverted power. Now you just click on the little pill in the middle. It's going to turn it and task done. Alright, so that's that. And if you're imposter, just a little bit of hint, the fake tasks will be listed on the left hand side of your screen. It will give you an idea of fake tasks that you can do. So if you do want to blend in with a crew and look like crew and to really have yourself covered really decently, do some fake tasks. Just like I said, just make sure you do it right. The upload, the download, at least 10 seconds. Be careful the tasks that you do in case visuals are on, because visuals, like I said, it just means whether you can actually see the tasks physically being done from another person's point of view when you're actually playing live. So if I'm doing asteroids, just quickly, I can't really do it now, but the whole screen in front of you, this little green screen over here, you can actually see the asteroids moving. But if visual tasks are disabled, you don't see it. So that means even if somebody really has the task, you can't see them physically doing it, which means it's better for the imposters as well. There's more fake tasks that you can really do. Alright, so what we're going to quickly do is I'm going to switch to imposter. And just a few tips and tricks. There we go. Now I'm imposter. Alright. Now as imposter, each map there will be a different setup that you can do at the computer. Usually this is in the space shuttle before the game actually starts, and this will be the host of the game, and you can set up your preferences over there. Now each imposter, whenever you make a kill, there's a kill cooldown time, so you can't just go on a full rampage unless that's the idea of the game. You can change that kill cooldown, and here's your kill button, or what you can do is you can press spacebar. Now as an imposter, you definitely want to sort of know your surroundings, know where you are. And the imposter vision, the vision that you can actually physically see in the game, as you can see, I can literally see the whole cafeteria is lit up. The imposter vision is always about 3 times more, or just over 3 times more than crewmate vision. So you'll see a lot more. But also be careful with your vision, because when walking around you might say, oh, I saw blue, but blue is going to say, oh, I've never seen you before. Because where I'm standing now, the dummy over there, the blue dummy, is not going to actually be able to see me with his vision. He might be able to see me if I stand here, I would say about here. But here is, I would be just about out of that vision, definitely out of the vision, depending on the bubble that's offered in game and on the settings. Once you're happy with your surroundings and you feel nobody's actually seen you in the location, you can always quickly jump over, kill. You can either walk out if you know it's safe. However, a lot of times in a room like this, when it's tight, walking out this front door is very dangerous, because if anybody spots you exactly at this point, this T point right here, and there's a body right there, that's already a given, and you're pretty much going to be immediately suspicious. What you could do is use a vent. All vents are connected, but not all, in certain locations. So at the moment we're in admin, which is connected to cafeteria, which is now connected to the hallway near navigation. And these 3 vents, as you can see, are connected. You can actually stay in the vent, have a look around, see where you want to be, and if you're happy, hop out the vent just by pressing spacebar. Or you can just click on the vent icon on the bottom right hand side. Okay, so that's the vents. I'm going to quickly pop over to security and just show you the vents over there as well. And here's another vent. So we're going to jump in the vent quickly, and this moves to medbay and to security, and those are the vents. Okay, so those 3 vents, medbay, security and electrical, they're connected as well. I'm just going to pop into reactor. You can see there's some vents here as well. Now reactor, the bottom reactor is connected to the bottom engine. The top reactor is connected to the top engine. So if you do come in and nobody's around, you make a kill and green's here but he's on cams and he comes out, And if you're going to walk out here, and if green pops into a reactor, it's sort of done for. But what you can do, if you want, you can always pop in. If nobody's around, you can jump out and carry on. Alright. And another thing, whenever you're on cameras, these little cameras here on the wall, you'll actually see the little lights on the top is going to be blinking red. So if you're imposter, just keep an eye out for those cams, because you never know when they're on and if somebody's watching. And if you get spotted on cams, it's a very easy target just to say, alright, I saw Mr. Ballistic on cams, he killed, that's his color. Now, depending on the team you're playing with, you might get benefit of the doubt, or they'll give you one round for free, trying to make sure and prove that it's you. It's purely just depending on the state of play and the team that you're with and how they play and their rules. Alright, so that's reactor for you, and that's cams, the vents as well. Here we go, we got another 2 vents. This vent's going to lead to weapons. There we go, this navigation, and the bottom of nav going to go all the way to shields. There we go. So those are the vents. Each vent has got a reason for its location. Using vents, don't be shy. Alright, and once again, now the killing is very simple. Killing as well, you can self-report. If you kill a person, let's say nobody's around me, I walk in, I kill dummy, and I click report. I can also pretend to say, oh, I walked past shields, I came through the bottom of storage, and eventually when I got into nav, I found orange dead. It's called self-reporting. People do it, I do it, everybody does it every now and then. It's to throw things off, as if to make that you're actually finding bodies and that it's not you. Just do be careful, as if people are together in teams on the other side of the map and you are alone, you're going to have very little to go on, and you might end up actually putting yourself in danger and in trouble. So just be very careful how you use the self-report. If you know you've been around a few people, say I've been with 3 people in electrical, it's a very popular room because there's always a lot of tasks. You've done a few tasks, you're the first one to walk out, somebody's say, right here, I quickly kill him and I quickly report. It's very easy for me to say, look, I was in security, I did a few tasks, I walked out, there was a body. Everybody's going to believe you. Not everybody, but it's more likely you'll be believed for the fact of you just walked out, you were with all of them, and you just walked out, that it's highly unlikely that you've done the murder. So just take into account how many people are on the map, things like that. It does make a huge difference. Alright. Okay, so that's the vents, and that is the imposter, and just all the basics. I'm quickly going to jump onto cams. Now, on Skeld, cams has only got 4 cameras. It's basic locations. This is going to be just outside of the reactor. Is the top left hand side is, as you can see there, navigation. Sorry, top left hand side, navigation. Those are the corridors there. Nav and the corridor carrying on the top area, that's going to O2, and the one at the bottom is obviously leading down to shield. So just to give yourself a familiar idea of the map. So when you look at the corridors, you sort of know where people are. And then the camera on the top right hand side is just outside of admin. And then the camera on the bottom right is just outside security and reactor. That's basically the room I'm in right now. And the other one is the corridor above medbay. That is the other one, that is the bottom left, that's just above medbay. That's the corridor over there. Now when you're on cams, the only thing is you can't see your character in game. So just be careful, because you might end up getting murdered right on the security table. There we go. Alright guys, now that's just some of the basics. I hope it could really help. Just to show you a little bit, getting familiar with your map, some of the keys, key elements, things like that, and just an overall how tasks are done. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I will be bringing another tutorial out on Polis, and we'll do a little bit of Polis, the events, and the tasks, as the tasks are a little bit different in some areas. And yeah, guys, thanks very much for jumping in. If you do like, drop a like, a subscribe would really help me out. And guys, I'll see you in the next video.